Hello guys, welcome back to Come Again. John Wise here along with Shannon. Movie review time, movie review. This week's movie review, in keeping with the theme, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was from the 2000X series, yeah.
Count 'em off.
I don't know the rest of the song. You want me to do the 80s theme song? I can
Yeah,
do the 80s
yeah, do the
theme
80s.
song later. I only sing that on special occasions. So this collection, Shane, has the original 3 live-action versions on it.
Right.
And it has the CG animated TMNT, which was kind of an actual sequel to the other 3 movies.
And for those of you who don't know, also another unofficial sequel to the second and third movies was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation,
We tried to ignore that, though.
which was produced by Haim Saban.
It was bad. They crossed. They did an episode which should have been really cool. They crossed over with Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. It was bad. It shouldn't have happened.
It was very low budget because of Saban's involvement.
Shredder didn't look too bad though. I remember that.
I watched it last night and it was pretty bad.
So we're just gonna stick with the first 4 movies though. So back in 1990, we got a live action interpretation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which at that particular time was huge.
Fucking awesome.
Because of the animated series. Now, a lot of people, most of the people liked the movie, but the kids, not me. I loved the dirty gritty that was the movie. But a lot of the kids I remember in school were confused because it had nothing to do with the 80s cartoon series. It didn't have Bebop, it didn't have Rocksteady in it.
I didn't care. I loved it. I loved them both.
I loved it because it was more true to the comic books, including the introduction to like Casey Jones, which was an awesome character in the movie.
I was actually the weekend of my birthday. It was actually my birthday. I was staying the night at a friend's house. I think I was in first grade, and anyway. The Ninja Turtles were going to be at Kmart in Mount Zion.
Which is now Rural King.
Yeah. And so my friend Corey's dad took us to Kmart to meet the Ninja Turtles on my fucking birthday.
All 4 of them? Or?
All 4 of them.
See, were they the movie versions or were they like the...
They were...
They had those foam,
yeah,
they animated looking.
They were the
Same with
foam.
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a grocery store.
It
was cool.
But we got to have our picture taken on my birthday with the Ninja Turtles.
I had McGruff. The first movie was really cool. The first movie still stands out as my favorite Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah.
It's my most watched. Actually, I think I just watched it last week, too. I mean, out of all of them...
Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
Why does man one say... Peaches, or... it's on Facebook all the time. Patience is divine, but never pay full price for pizza.
Yeah.
Something like that.
For late pizza.
For late pizza. Yeah. One of the most awesome things about this movie is you would find out later, unless you paid attention to the credits, is the voice actor of Donatello. You know who the voice actor of Donatello was? The Feldman.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who the voice actor of Michelangelo was?
Yeah, the guy who sounds like Ray Romano.
He actually...
He's a stand-up comic.
He was on the first Sharknado movie. He also played the TV version of Booger in the TV version of Revenge of the Nerds.
See, I just built him up in this awesome movie, and you just named 2 of the worst things ever that he was in.
He's still...
I insulted him by calling him the guy who sounds like Ray Romano. You just insulted him by putting him in the worst movies.
Sharknado wasn't that bad. I love Sharknado.
And that's why I'm reviewing the movies. I mean, the first movie spawned... technically, it spawned 2 sequels. But if you count TMNT, which I do, it spawned 3 sequels. The second one was The Secret of the Ooze, which featured the return of the Shredder.
Super Shredder.
And at the end, he became Super Shredder,
Which
played
was
by
actually Kevin Smith.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash. Smith.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Okay, and the Turtles goes, it's a Super Shredder. Shredder's down there with his fucking cape going. You got Baxter Stockman, played by Jay, going, noise, noise, noise. Smoking mutation, smoking ooze, smoking ooze, ooze, ooze. Who smoked the ooze? We smoked the ooze. Drinking ooze and smoking ooze. And then Turtles show up.
Who would have been Bebop and Rocksteady? Matt Damon and Ben Affleck?
Probably. or freaking Jason Lee and Nathan Suplee.
Yeah.
They appear in all his movies. But we had Secret of the Ooze, which was the sequel. It didn't do so well. For some reason, I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. But it introduced two brand new mutants of Toka and Razor, who were originally supposed to be Bebop and Rocksteady. Just like the TGRI, it was supposed to be TCRI. And the scientist who in the trailer everybody thought was Baxter Stockman, which it wasn't. It was Matthew Jordan Perry. It was supposed to be, he was an Utrom. The movie was supposed to be based more, again, on the comic book series. He was supposed to be a Utrom, which in the newer Ninja Turtles, they're called the Krang. But the Utroms weren't bad guys. They were good guys. So, anybody who was familiar with the 2000X Ninja Turtle cartoon series would know who Utroms are and what. But the story of Secret of the Ooze was pretty much supposed to be about. It was supposed to be the Utroms trying to get back to their world and get all of the ooze that they accidentally spilled back, which is why when you see the professor taking the canister of ooze and goes, well, you're the last one, aren't you? When he tries to suck it down into the machine and that, he's trying to destroy the rest of the ooze so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, which of course it does. Shredder gets the last one, makes Toka and Razor, and wants to use it on the Turtles. Ends up using it on himself at the end, turning himself into a Super Shredder, which makes no damn sense.
What really didn't make any sense. I mean, I could see him getting stronger and everything, bigger.
Why wouldn't he have turned into an animal? He was with the Turtles, he was with Toka, and he was with Razor. Why wouldn't he have turned into some type of mutant animal hybrid or something?
What I didn't understand was how did his
spikes mutate in his suit? Because he drank it.
Yeah.
He drank it, and yeah, I guess.
But we did get a pretty good.
We did get what was probably the coolest Shredder action figure ever, which I still have.
And we did actually get a pretty good song out of it.
Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap, go ninja, go ninja, go, go ninja, go ninja, go, 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 go. Which, by the way, Vanilla Ice was here in Decatur, Illinois last year, and he actually sang Ninja Rap.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I missed it. I went to go see Blues Traveler instead. So that was the second one.
And we did get Keanu. Or Keno,
yeah. Played by Ernie Reyes Jr. So, who, of course,
And
because of that movie, he would end up going to star into Surf Ninjas. I know. I saw here now. You want to laugh at that Surf Ninjas? Check this out. I saw Surf Ninjas at a double feature. Guess what the second movie was? Because of course,
Green Ninjas.
No, because it fits perfectly with Surf Ninjas.
Surf Nazis must die.
Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday. And you said you go back to the first one real quick. I actually saw the first Ninja Turtles at a double feature drive-in theater with Gremlins 2.
That
makes sense.
Yes.
Surf Ninjas and Jason Friday the 13th does not go together.
Ba.
So, but yeah, Secret of the Ooze wasn't as popular as the first one. It did well, not as well as the first one. But for some reason, it wasn't. I guess they thought it was too jokey.
Hey.
Yeah. Come back, cold cards. It did give us some awesome ones.
Yeah.
Now, Here's the bad one. This would be the bastard stepchild of the Ninja Turtle franchise.
Turtles in Time.
Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Was not very well received. I don't know why, because it was a Ninja Turtle. It was a typical Ninja Turtle event. What didn't come from the comics, kinda, because the Turtles did do a lot of time traveling in the comics. Is the thing.
I think it did poorly because it didn't have Shredder in it, and they thought
the production was lower. The costumes were worse.
And they thought, okay, I can accept a giant mutant turtle, but I can't accept time travel.
Yeah. I think I'm actually one of the few people who actually enjoyed the third movie.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it because I remember reading the comics. The only thing that disappointed me was because the first time I think they went back in time, it wasn't really going back in time. It was in another dimension, and they met Yusaki Jumbo in his world. That's what I thought was going to happen. That kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I wish they would have had a movie with a live action Usagi Jumbo and Panda Khan.
And but the fact that they went back in time didn't bother me. The costumes were worse. The acting was was bad. The good thing that happened though was Corey Feldman was not in the second Ninja Turtle movie. He didn't voice Donatello in that, but he came back and voiced Donatello in the third movie. We got April O'Neil, which your camera just went off.
Yeah.
Which should be noted in the second and third movie, we had a different April O'Neil. There was issues with the original April getting ticked off because a lot of her scenes were cut. Who will be doing a cameo in the new Ninja Turtle movie.
Cool.
Out of the Shadows, or whatever it's called. A lot of people hated this movie. The fact that Casey Jones was in the movie but didn't have a big part. Like, he was a babysitter for these samurais that ended up taking the spots of Turtles when they switched places in time. And then the actor who played Casey ended up playing a bastard of a character slash another love interest for April in the past. And then you got kind of like this love thing between Raphael and this human, which was weird, I'll admit. But I mean, overall, the movie wasn't bad. It was bad, but I mean, it was fun. So, and we'll go over.
That's how I feel about Sharknado. It's bad, but it's fun.
It wasn't even fun. Tara, you come see me when Tara Reid actually dies in this damn movie, and I'll say it was fun.
Actually, they left it up to the fans for
the third one, and she lived. They're getting ready to make part 4.
Yeah. Getting ready. No, they already made part 4. It's going to be out this summer.
So that brings us to the what I consider the fourth and third sequel. Fourth movie, third sequel in the franchise. TMNT, which I found out he wasn't really a fan of. I loved it. I went to the theater to see it. It was their attempt to bring Turtles back. I think this was the movie, I believe. Let me double check if I can find the copyright on this movie. I believe this movie's... No, this came out in 2007. So, I thought maybe the TMNT was responsible for bringing the 2003 Turtles back, but it wasn't. It was just to capitalize on the success.
They made Raphael look like RoboCop.
When he was in his superhero outfit. Okay, the whole thing of the movie is, this movie takes place so many years after the third movie. They don't mention the previous movies specifically, but in the background, you can see Shredder's helmet from part 1. You see the scepter that was used in part 3 for time travel. There's a CGI, the Ooze canister from the second movie in the background on the shelf. And the Turtles at this point have pretty much gone their own way. I mean, Leonardo's out doing his own training thing. Raphael is still living in the sewers, but he's out doing a vigilante Batman thing. Donnie and Mike are pretty much left in the sewer to do what they do. Hang out, do techie things, do Mikey things. But there's a threat that comes in the form of these elemental gods, I guess they are. And they end up needing all these legendary mythical creatures like the Jersey Devil, for instance. These type of characters to activate this machine. Because these creatures were released years later, or years prior, by an immortal dude. Voiced by Patrick Stewart, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Mako was Mako. I believe Mako's last role. He voiced Splinter. By the way, in that movie, Mako was, of course, he was in the Conan movie.
Sarah Michelle Gellar as
Sarah Michelle Gellar voiced
As
April
April
O'Neil.
O'Neil,
She didn't do a
and-
bad job either.
who played for Casey Jones.
Everett.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Captain America
Chris Evans.
himself.
Yeah. Which, by the way, something we forgot to announce: Michael B. Jordan has joined the Black Panther movie, making the Marvel Cinematic Universe the official Human Torch Rehabilitation Center. So,
Who's he gonna play in?
don't know. I'm assuming probably a villain because he hasn't played a villain yet. So I don't know. Maybe his brother, if he has one. So the movie was cool. It had Kevin Smith as a voice in the movie. Very small cameo. There's a chef who got terrorized by the Jersey Devil, and Smith voices him in the movie. So the 4 Ninja Turtle movies were great. I love them all. They all have, even the third one has a special
I
place in my
like
heart.
1, 2, and 3.
I love all 4. I really do. And what kind of? Of course. So I'm gonna go into a rant here after we read these things.
What?
So let's go down the line of our rating for the first movie. I'm giving the first movie. I'm giving it straight out 10. I love
Yeah.
the movie. Like I
10
said-
from me as well. Nothing compares to the original Teenage Mutant
Not
Ninja
yet,
Turtles
anyway.
movies.
There was hope for the
Yeah.
Bay ones, and even the Bay ones, I have fun watching. They're not good movies. I had issues with them, like the ridiculous Robo Shredder at the end of the first one, and
And the hulking turtles.
the hulking, and the turtles don't have lips.
And they don't.
But I had issues with it, like everybody. But for the most part, it was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
and again,
I
I'm
mean, I
looking-
watched it a second time, so.
And again, I'm looking forward to the second one because it does look like a live-action version of the old '80s cartoon.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the second one, Secret of the Ooze, I'll give that a 9. What would you give that? Secret of the Ooze, I'll give a 9.
Give Secret of the Ooze 9.5.
Okay. Again, the worst one which is 3. I enjoyed it. Is it a good movie? No. But I'll give it a 6.5. I enjoyed it.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay. The third one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, TMNT. Again, it was a nice introduction, a nice nod to the original 3 movies, and a lot of cool a lot of cool actors voicing the Turtles and their characters, and I'll give that one a nice 7.
I'll give it a 5.
So, now my rant. On the original DVDs, which is what these are. These are the original DVDs, just repackaged, different cover on the disc, but they're the same ones. They have basically they have the same features as the original. They got a trailer, they got a little game. I think TMNT is the only one that actually had any real special features. Then they bring out the these are the 25th anniversary ones, by the way.
Oh.
So this is perfect. This proves my point. For the 25th anniversary, they brought out a movie collection, this one, on DVD, and they brought out a 25th anniversary special edition for Blu-ray, which was in a pizza box. No special features except for the same ones that we always received on the DVDs. There was no commentary. There were the same features that you got on the DVD for the original TMNT were the same ones you got on the 25th anniversary and the DVDs and Blu-rays. There were no deleted scenes, no documentaries. There was no behind the scenes, no interviews of the cast then and now. Nothing. The only thing they did for the 25th anniversary was for the Blu-ray. They gave you, I think, pins or badges, and you got the headbands.
They should have.
That's it.
They should have at least had the Coming Out of Their Shells tour on there.
There was nothing. Nothing. You didn't even get that.
Because I mean, the first movie kind of paved the way for the Coming Out of Their Shells tour.
Which everybody's trying to forget about it anyway.
I loved it. I love that tour where they,
It was cool because, I don't know, it's Turtles at the time.
And you know, Pizza Hut made a killing off the Ninja Turtles
I had
at
the
the time.
cassette.
Yeah.
I think I still had the cassette of that, too.
I used to have it. I tried finding the full tour on YouTube once, and I found parts of it, but never the full thing.
Yeah, but I mean, what is it? Turtles? They at that particular time. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find out. These came out in. When did these come out? The set. The set came out. I can't read that.
Let me see.
84. It looks like Turtles came out in 84. So that was 14, right? Or was it 84?
Yeah, 1984.
1984. So here we are, 84, 90, let's see, 84, 2004, 2014, or 94, 2004. So we're past the 30-year mark now at this point. We're at 32 years. They didn't even do anything for the 30th anniversary. Movie-wise. Yeah. They did some cool things for the action figures.
Maybe back then they didn't film all the behind the scenes.
That's just it. They did.
Oh, they did?
They did. And they've never released it. So, in the 30th anniversary,
I'm still waiting for the coming out of our shells tour.
Anyway, yeah, we're past the 30th anniversary. They did re-release the original figures, but some of them look cool. I had an issue with the Foot Soldier, because the Foot Soldier was the normal purple, except for his head. His head was a light purple, almost faded purple. So, but getting to the movies though, yeah, I was very disappointed when they did the 25th anniversary. I was very disappointed when they did the 25th anniversary, and all we got was a repackage. So, doesn't affect my review of the movies at all. It just affects that, you know, Ninja Turtles is so huge, so big, and this is how they treated it. You know, some great movies.
I really like the way the Shredder was done in the first one.
I like how he was on the first one. I like how he did the second one.
Yeah, the second one wasn't too bad.
You know.
But I love the his gi or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Now, this is the end of the Ninja Turtles review. So now I can ask you 2 questions. One, who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Not character, but Ninja Turtle out of the 4.
Okay. When I was younger, it was Michelangelo.
Right.
Now it's Raphael.
Sound the same way. Mikey was my favorite. Although the figure was my favorite because I had the red bandana. My favorite color is red. But now, yeah, it's definitely Raphael and Leonardo. Actually, I like Leonardo. So he's had the swords.
You know, in the song Turtle Power, they actually
Turtle power. Turtle power.
They actually made a mistake in that song.
Did they?
They called Raphael the leader of the group.
Yeah, they did. Now, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle character?
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones. Normally, if somebody would have asked me that like 15 years ago, I would have said Usagi or Jumbo. But he's not an actual Ninja Turtle character. He was borrowed. So I am going to go with my original, which is the Rat King. I like the Rat King. With the second being Casey Jones. I own all 3 of those figures, by the way. Casey Jones, Usagi, Rat King.
So that does it for our episode this week.
Is that it?
I believe so.
Holy shit.
Yeah.